Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Pratik Singh Classes. In our today's video, we are going to study about Standard 12 Physics Volume 1 Unit 2 Section 2.6 Heating Effect of Electric Current. Okay, this topic has two subtopics. The first one is Section 2.6.1 Joule's Law, where we will study, and then we will study in Section 2.6.2 Application of Joule's Heating Effect. There we will see some examples which are totally connected or we always see in our day-to-day life. Okay, this topic, because it is related to our everyday work, okay, that is why it is going to be very important and interesting. Fine, so let us see what is given in the book, okay, and how it is related to our day-to-day life. But before we start our video, please subscribe the channel Pratik Singh Classes and like and share the channel, hit the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video, you will get its instant notification. Fine, so coming to section 2.6, heating effect of electric current. Alright, so let us start our today's class. The topic is heating effect of electric current, section 2.6. okay, and this is too much important because this topic is related to physics as well as a little bit in chemistry also. Fine, where we will study about electrolysis. Fine, when current flows through a resistor, some of the electrical energy delivered to the resistor is converted into heat energy and it is dissipated. That means whenever a resistor is there and current passes through it, some amount of current will convert into heat energy, okay, and that heat energy is generated because to overcome the resistance of the resistor, and that heat energy comes out of the system or the resistor or the circuit, okay, and this is called as the heating effect of current, or also known as Joule's heating effect. Okay, so whenever you have seen that whenever current passes through any resistor or any conductor, okay, it becomes hot, and that is called as heating effect of current or Joule's heating effect. Okay, and this is also the reason why we get our water heaters hot when current passes through it. Okay, just as current produces thermal energy, thermal energy may also be suitably used to produce an electromotive force. Okay, we have since our childhood we have studied that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay, so it can be converted into one form to the other form. Okay, so same thing is here. Here when current, as in case of the conductor, is passing through it, okay, some amount of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. Okay, that means it is also possible that heat energy can be converted into electrical energy or electromotive force. Okay, and this is known as the thermoelectric effect. Okay, thermoelectric effect is that effect in which we convert heat energy into electromotive force, or simply saying electricity. Okay, so we will discuss about this in depth. Okay, and we will try to find out other phenomenon related to thermoelectric effect. Fine, section 2.6.1, coming to Joule's law. What does it say? Suppose if I amount of current flows through a conductor kept across a potential difference V for a time t. That means we take a conductor and for time t current has flown through it of magnitude I, and V is the potential difference in between the ends of the conductor. Okay, then work done or the electric potential energy spent is given by W is equal to V into I into T. That is potential difference multiplied by current multiplied by time for which the current has flown in the conductor. Okay, in the absence of any other external effect, okay, this energy is spent in heating the conductor. Okay, so this much amount of energy will be converted into the heat, and it will be dissipated out from the conducting material. Okay, the conducting material may be a wire or maybe a water heater or maybe any external load, whatever it may be. Okay, the amount of heat produced is given by H is equal to VIT. It is nothing but the work done. Okay, equation 2.66 and 2.67 are rather simple. For a resistance R, we know very well that H is equal to I square RT. From where has it come? We know V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR, we know very well. Just substitute this IR at the place of V in equation 2.67. We will get H is equal to IR into IT, that is I square RT. Okay, this relation was experimentally verified by Joule and is known as Joule's law of heating effect on his name. It states that the heat developed in an electrical circuit due to the flow of current varies directly as the square of the current, the resistance of the circuit, and the time of flow. Okay, so as you can see in equation 2.68, we can write heat generated is directly proportional to a square of the current. Then heat generated from equation 2.68, heat generated is directly proportional to resistance R. Okay, and also heat generated is directly proportional to the time to which current has flown through the resistor or through the conductor. All right, so this is all about Joule's law of heating effect. Now coming to example 2.27, find the heat energy produced in a resistance of 10 ohm, that is R is equal to 10 ohm, when 5 ampere current I is equal to 5 ampere flows through it in 5 minutes. So first of all, convert this time into seconds, that is T is equal to 5 into 60 seconds. Then H is equal to I square RT is equal to, just substitute the values, 5 square into 10 into 5 into 60, that is equal to 75,000 joule or 75 kilojoule. Okay, it is as easy as that. Now coming to section 2.6.2, that is application of Joule's heating effect. Okay, it is too much related to our day-to-day life, so it is going to be interesting. All right, fine. Electric heaters, you might have seen electric heaters at your home, or this thing you might have seen, or you might have this at your home. Okay, so this is electric heater, or you can also see this at immersion rod. Okay, then we all have this type of press irons. Okay, then you might have seen or you might have at your home this toaster. Okay, so all these things work on the heating effect of electric current. When current passes through it, it becomes hot. Fine. Electric iron, electric heater, electric toaster shown in figure 2.30 are some of the home appliances that utilize the heating effect of current. That means when current passes through these types of appliances, it becomes hot. Okay. In these appliances, the heating elements are made of nichrome, an alloy of nickel and chromium. Okay, why nichrome here is taken? Because nichrome has very high resistance and it becomes hot very soon. So when current passes through it, it gives high resistance, and because of that it becomes hot as soon as possible. Okay, nichrome has high specific resistance and can be heated to very high temperatures without oxidation. Means once current will start flowing through it, it will become hot, and also because they are inactive at room temperature or even at high temperatures, that is why they don't corrode, they don't oxidize. That is why nichrome wire is used here. Okay, fine. Now coming to the next topic, that is electric fuses. Okay, you all have seen electric fuses at your home, and these days every electrical or electronic appliance comes with a fuse. Now the question arises here is, what is the use of fuse? Why do we use fuse in a circuit? Okay, fuses as shown in figure 2.31 are connected in series in a circuit to protect the electric devices from the heat developed by the passage of excessive current. Okay, so these are the examples of fuses. This thing you might have seen, this also you might have seen. Okay, when very high amount of current passes through it suddenly, okay, it melts, okay, and breaks the circuit, and it is always connected in series, not in parallel. Okay, fine. It is a short length of wire made of low melting point material. Okay, a wire which is of low melting point and high resistance is used as the fuse wire. It melts and breaks the circuit if current exceeds the certain value. Means if suppose up to some certain value, then current will pass through that wire, it will become hot. If the limit will cross, if the amount of current becomes more than that, suddenly, okay, the amount of heat generated because of the resistance of the material of wire increases, and so it becomes very hot, and because its melting point is less, very less, okay, it melts instantaneously, and because of that the circuit breaks and all the electrical appliances are saved. Lead and copper wire, okay, an alloy which is mixed of lead and copper, okay, melts and burns out when the current increases above 5 ampere and 35 ampere respectively. Okay, lead melts at 5 amperes and copper melts at 35 ampere. The only disadvantage with the above fuses is that once fuse wire is burnt due to excessive current, they need to be replaced. Okay, it cannot get autocorrect. Nowadays in houses, circuit breakers are also called as strippers are used instead of fuses. Okay, so once when the amount of current exceeds the limit, okay, it automatically shuts down. Okay, and to keep it working again, we have to manually put it on. Whenever there is an excessive current produced due to faulty wire connection, the circuit breaker switch opens. Okay, that means switch opens means the current flowing through it will break. Further, the current will not flow from that circuit. Okay, after repairing the faulty connections, we can close the circuit breaker switch. Okay, that means we can switch it on, and again the current will flow through it. We can close the circuit breaker switch. Okay, it is shown in figure 2.32 as you can see here. Now coming to electric furnaces. Okay, now these days we use electric current to melt alloys, okay, to melt metals and a lot of other things we use. Okay, there very high amount of heat is required, there we use electric furnace. Okay, fine. Furnace as shown in figure 2.33. okay, so here in this figure 2.33 you see this is a furnace. Okay, are used to manufacture a large number of technologically important materials such as steel, silicon carbide, quartz, gallium, arsenide, etc. Okay, these things about furnace, it will come in your chemistry book, chemistry syllabus. Okay, fine. And if in future you will do manufacturing engineering, okay, a lot of things you have to study about furnace, about its application, how to design new type of furnace, and a lot of other things. To produce temperature of up to 1500 degrees Celsius, molybdenum nichrome wire wound on a silica tube is used. Carbon arc furnaces produce temperature of up to 3000 degrees Celsius. Okay, now coming to electric lamps. Different types of electric lamps you might have seen at your home. Okay, so these types of bulb we rarely use these days because now we are living in the era of LED bulbs, not even CFL, LED bulbs. Okay, it consists of tungsten filament, okay, whose melting point is 3380 degrees Celsius, kept inside a glass bulb and heated to incandescence by current. Okay, so what really happens here is you might have seen this type of bulbs, and there a filament is inside situated, okay, which is made of nichrome. Okay, when current passes through it, okay, the nichrome wire has very high resistance and very high melting point. So when current passes through it, it becomes very hot, that much hot that it starts emitting up light. Okay, so that is the special property of nichrome wire. Okay, that it has very high resistance and very high melting point. Okay, once the temperature, okay, of the nichrome wire reaches 3380 degrees Celsius, it starts emitting light. In incandescent electric lamps, only about 5% of electrical energy is converted into light, and the rest is wasted as heat. Okay, so that is why, because a lot of energy got wasted, we don't use these types of bulbs these days. Now we use LED bulbs which uses very less amount of electric current and a lot of savings we get from LED bulbs. Electric discharge lamp, electric welding and electric arc also utilize the heating effect of current as shown in figure 2.34 as it is shown here. Okay, so this is all about Joule's law and heating effect of Joule's law. Okay, in next video we will study about thermoelectric effect, okay, and a lot of other phenomenon, okay, as will come in sequent chapters. Fine. So till my next video, take care of yourself. Bye bye.